Good morning, everyone. Our today's lecture is on anxiety disorders, part 11. This is the last part of anxiety disorders. In this lecture, we will discuss about the diagnostic criteria of children younger than 6 years. So, in the previous lectures, we have discussed about that is in part 8, 9, and 10, we have discussed about the post-traumatic stress disorder. In that, we have discussed about what is post-traumatic stress disorder, then sign and symptoms, then risk factors. Then in the last part, we have discussed about the diagnostic criteria in children older than 6 years, adolescents. Now in today's lecture, in continuation with our previous lecture, we will just continue on today's lecture, that is diagnostic criteria in children younger than 6 years. Part 11, diagnostic criteria for PTSD, continuation. The following criteria is applied to post-traumatic stress disorder for children 6 years and younger. Before that, we will just recall a little bit about the last lecture, what we have discussed in the diagnostic criteria, which was applied for children older than 6 years. In that, we have discussed about first diagnostic criteria, that was exposure to actual death or threatened death, exposure to any serious injury or sexual violence in one or the following ways. Now, what were the ways? When the individual is directly experiencing the traumatic event, when he is witnessing the event which has occurred in others' life, or when he has learned about the traumatic event occurred to the close family member or the close friend, then experiencing repeated exposure to the unpleasant details of the traumatic event. But that criteria was not applied for the television radio exposure. Then second criteria was presence of one or more of the following intrusion symptoms which were associated with the traumatic event and beginning after the traumatic event has occurred, means कुछ ऐसी involuntary symptoms of the traumatic event, that is recurring involuntary distressing memories of the traumatic event, कुछ ऐसी unpleasant memories उसको बार बार याद आ रही हैं, recurrent distressing dreams in which the content and the effect of the dream are related to the traumatic event, ऐसे कुछ सपने आ रहे थे कंटिन्यूसली बार बार जो उस ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट से रिलेटेड थे. बच्चों में ये क्राइटेरिया अप्लाइड नहीं था. बच्चों में ये था कि ड्रीम्स अगर उनको आएंगे तो उसमें उनको प्रॉपर इमेज याद नहीं आएगी ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट की, बस उनको डरावने सपने आएंगे, वो एक्चुअली में रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं कर पाएंगे प्रॉपर कंटेंट को ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट के. Then third criteria was persistent avoidance of the stimuli associated with the traumatic event, means what we have discussed in the avoidance symptoms, that the individual starts avoiding the places, events, situations, objects, thoughts, feelings which have relation with the traumatic event. Then avoidance of the distressing memories, thoughts, avoidance of the reminders, people, objects that are associated with the traumatic event. Then next criteria was negative alteration in the cognition and mood associated with the traumatic event. And these symptoms also began after the traumatic event has occurred, by inability to remember the important aspect of the traumatic event, persistent negative belief that I am bad, this world is not trustworthy, no one can be trusted, etc. Persistent negative emotional state, feeling of guilty, then feeling of detachment from the family members, from the closed ones, persistent inability to experience positive emotions. Next criteria was marked alteration in the arousal and the reactivity symptoms. Again, it is associated with the traumatic event and they begin after the traumatic event has occurred. That is irritable behavior, self-destructive behavior, hypervigilance. Next criteria was, जितने भी हमने criteria discuss किए इससे पहले, उनकी जो persistence है, it should be for at least a month. Then the disturbance which is created by these things should cause impairment in the social functioning, occupational functioning, and other important areas of the functioning. And the last criteria was all the disturbance which is caused in the social occupational areas it is not associated with the any other physiological effects of the drug, any medication, any other medical illness. It is only associated with the traumatic event and it is not associated with the physiological effects of some substance, any drug abuse, or any other medical condition. So now In continuation with this lecture, we will continue our today's lecture, diagnostic criteria applied for children 6 years and younger than 6 years. In children 6 years and younger, exposure to actual or threatened death, serious injury or sexual violence in one or more of the following ways. Exposure to actual death and threatened death, exposure to any serious injury or sexual abuse, sexual violence in one or more of the following ways. Directly experiencing the traumatic event, when the individual is directly exposed or he has directly experienced that traumatic event, and that traumatic event can be anything like any sexual abuse, any road accident, any death of a loved one, anything. Witnessing in person the event occurred to others or primary caregiver, उसके घर में किसी की death हो गई हो, किसी close family member की death हो गई हो, and he has witnessed that serious incident. Now, witnessing does not include events that are only in electronic media, television, movies or pictures. ये नहीं कि कोई मूवी देख रहा है उसमें किसी की डेथ हो गई तो उसको पोस्ट ट्रॉमा हो गया. No, this criteria, this witnessing is not included in the events which are caused in the electronic media. कोई रेडियो पे उसने कुछ सुन लिया या किसी मूवी में कोई ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट देख लिया तो वो अप्लाइड नहीं होगा. एक्चुअल में उसके घर में किसी की डेथ हुई हो या उसके किसी क्लोज मेंबर के संग कुछ बुरा हुआ हो बहुत ज्यादा, and he has witnessed that, then it can be considered as post-traumatic stress disorder. But this witnessing is not included in the events which are caused in the electronic media, television, movies or the pictures. Learning that the traumatic event occurred to a patient or caregiving figure. उसको कहीं से मालूम चले कि उसके पेरेंट्स के साथ या उसके किसी रिलेटिव के साथ कुछ बहुत बुरा हुआ है. He comes to know that उसके कोई फैमिली मेंबर, कोई पेरेंट्स या उसके caregivers जो है उनके संग कुछ गलत हुआ है, then also it can be considered as post-traumatic stress disorder. Presence of one or more of the following intrusion symptoms which are associated with the traumatic event, and obviously they also begin after the traumatic event has occurred. Recurrent, involuntary and intrusive distressing memories of the traumatic event. बार बार continuously उसको वो scenes याद आ रहे हैं. He has that memories of the traumatic event जिसपे उसका कोई control नहीं है. Recurrent distressing dreams in which the content and the effect of the dream is related to the traumatic event. उसको इतने डरावने सपने आ रहे हैं, continuously बार बार सपने आ रहे हैं, और उन सपनों में क्या देख रहा है वो? कुछ ऐसी चीजें देख रहा है that are associated with the traumatic event. Dissociative reactions, flashbacks in which the child feels or acts as if the traumatic events were recurring. उसको flashbacks आते हैं बार बार, उसको ऐसा लगता है कि traumatic event वापस से हो रहा है. बच्चों को ऐसा लगता है कि वो इवेंट फिर से हो रहा है उनके सामने. Intense or prolonged psychological distress at exposure to internal or external cures that symbolize or resemble the aspect of the traumatic event. Third criteria, one or more of the following symptoms representing either persistent avoidance of the stimuli associated with the traumatic event or negative alterations in cognition and mood associated with the traumatic event must be present beginning after or getting worse after the traumatic event. Means these symptoms should be present after the traumatic event has occurred. कौन से symptoms? Avoidance symptoms, in which the person starts staying away from the events, objects or the places which are the reminders of the traumatic experience. So presence of the persistent avoidance of the stimuli means continuously वो उन चीजों को, उन objects को, उन events को, उन situations को avoid कर रहा है which are associated with the traumatic event or those which are the reminders of the traumatic event. या फिर negative alteration in the cognition and the mood symptoms. ये कौन से symptoms थे हमने पढ़ा था? Cognition and mood symptoms, very distorted feelings like guilt, negative thoughts about oneself, that this world is not trustworthy, I cannot trust anyone, I am very bad, loss of interest in everything. So negative and alterations in cognitions and mood associated with the traumatic event. अभी सब कुछ कब होगा? Avoidance symptoms या negative feelings, they only occur after the traumatic event has occurred, or these symptoms get worse after the traumatic event. Persistent avoidance of the stimuli, by avoidance of or efforts to avoid activities, places, or physical reminders that arouse recollection or the traumatic event. Means the individual starts avoiding those places, those events which are the reminders of the traumatic event, or he makes an effort to avoid those things. Avoidance of or efforts to avoid people, conversations, interpersonal situations that around recollections of the traumatic event. वो इंडिविजुअल जो है वो अवॉइड करता है या कोशिश करता है उन लोगों को अवॉइड करने की, उन बातों को अवॉइड करने की, उन सिचुएशंस को अवॉइड करने की जो उसको उस ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट की याद दिलाता है. सो ही स्टार्ट्स अवॉइडिंग और makes an effort to avoid people, situations, events that are the reminders of the traumatic event, and persistent avoidance of these event situations. Continuously वो avoid करता है इन चीजों को. Negative alterations in cognition. This include substantially increased frequency of the negative emotional state. Example, fear, guilt, sadness, shame, confusion. Diminished interest or participation in the significant activities including constriction of play. उसका इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाता है हर एक्टिविटी में से जिसको वो कभी बहुत इंजॉय किया करता था. He loses interest in those activities also. Socially withdrawal behavior. Social gatherings अवॉइड करने लग जाएगा वो. Persistent reduction in expression of positive emotions. कभी वो पॉजिटिव सोच ही नहीं पाता है, हमेशा नेगेटिव वाइब्स रहती हैं, हमेशा नेगेटिव थॉट्स रहते हैं उसके दिमाग में. He can never think positive. Next criteria, alteration in arousal and reactivity associated with the traumatic event, beginning or worsening after the traumatic event occurred as evidenced by two or more of the following. Now, what were the arousal and reactivity symptoms? That the person is very much tensed all the time, has angry outbursts, has difficulty in sleeping, gets easily startled. So these symptoms, they get worse after the traumatic event, or they begin after the traumatic event, or get worse after the traumatic event. Irritable behavior, angry outburst, मतलब कोई उसको प्रोवोक नहीं कर रहा है किसी भी चीज के लिए, खुद ही इरिटेट रहता है हर पूरा दिन और फिर एकदम से गुस्सा आ जाएगा कि छोटी सी छोटी बात पे उसको गुस्सा आ जाता है. एंग्री आउटबर्स्ट विद लिटिल और नो प्रोवोकेशन. कोई सामने है उसके, वो उसको कॉन्फिडेंट भी नहीं कर रहा, प्रोवोक भी नहीं कर रहा, देन टू वो गुस्से में आ जाएगा बहुत जल्दी, इरिटेट रहेगा हमेशा. टिपिकली एक्सप्रेस्ड एज वर्बल एंड फिजिकल अग्रेशन टुवर्ड्स पीपल और ऑब्जेक्ट्स. गुस्सा आया, चीजें तोड़ के फेंक दी, उठा के फेंक दी चीजें, लोगों को मारना पीटना शुरू कर दिया. इंक्लूडिंग एक्सट्रीम टेम्पर टैंट्रम्स. इतने ज्यादा टैंट्रम्स, उन बच्चों का कंट्रोल ही नहीं कर. छोटा बच्चा होगा, रोएगा, जोर जोर से चीजें फेंक देगा, चिल्लाएगा, चीखेगा. एक्सट्रीम टेम्पर टैंट्रम्स, इतना ज्यादा इरिटेट रहेंगे, गुस्से में रहेंगे, कोई कुछ कह नहीं रहा उनसे, उसके बाद भी गुस्से में रहते हैं. एंड दैट एंगर इज एक्सप्रेस्ड एज वर्बल अग्रेशन, फिजिकल अग्रेशन, लोगों को मारेंगे, बाइट करेंगे, चिल्लाएंगे जोर जोर से. देन हाइपर विजिलेंस, अलर्ट रहते हैं बहुत ज्यादा. एग्जैगरीगेटेड स्टार्टर रिस्पॉन्स, एकदम से चौंक जाते हैं बहुत जल्दी. प्रॉब्लम्स विद कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, दे कैन नॉट कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन एनीथिंग. डिफिकल्टी इन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, difficulty in sleeping, difficulty in falling asleep or staying asleep, restless. इतने ज्यादा रेस्टलेस, इतने ज्यादा इरिटेबल होते हैं कि प्रॉपर नींद भी नहीं ले पाते हैं. अगर कुछ देर सो भी गए, then too they can't sleep for a longer time. उठ जाएंगे बहुत जल्दी, इतने ज्यादा रेस्टलेस होते हैं ये लोग. The duration of the disturbance is more than 1 month. It is also same कि जितने भी अपने diagnostic criteria पढ़े, they should persist for at least 1 month. The disturbance causes clinically significant distress or impairment in relationship with parents, siblings, peers or other caregivers or with school behavior. अब वो जो उसके symptoms आ रहे हैं कि he's aggressive, physical aggression, anger outburst, irritable, difficulty in sleeping, then all these symptoms, all these disturbance, they cause significant impairment, distress in his relationship with the parents, siblings, peers, friends, caregivers, and even in the school. Events that pose actual or threatened physical injury, harm, or death to a child, child's caregiver, or others close to the child, and that produce considerable stress, fear, or helplessness are required to make the diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. This we have already discussed. कोई भी ऐसा इवेंट, कोई भी ऐसी सिचुएशन जिसकी वजह से बच्चा बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस में आ गया, मान लो किसी घर में किसी की डेथ हो गई, या एक्चुअली उसने वो ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट एक्सपीरियंस किया है खुद की लाइफ में, कोई सेक्सुअल अब्यूज हुआ हो, वायलेंट अब्यूज हुआ हो, या कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया हो, या उसके घर में किसी का एक्सीडेंट हो गया हो, किसी क्लोज फ्रेंड का एक्सीडेंट हो गया हो, जिसकी वजह से उसको बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, उसको बहुत मन में डर बैठ गया है, वो हेल्पलेस फील कर रहा है. All this is required to make the diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. The disturbance is not attributable to the physical effects of the substance like medication, alcohol or another medical condition. ये diagnostic criteria सारे disorders में common है कि जो भी उसके disorder की वजह से disturbance आ रही है उसके daily routine में, उसके school behavior में, उसके social फंक्शनिंग में, ऑक्यूपेशनल फंक्शनिंग में, या किसी भी एरिया के फंक्शनिंग में डिस्टर्बेंस हो रही है, इट इज प्योरली ड्यू टू दैट डिसऑर्डर, एंड दैट डिस्टर्बेंस इज नॉट ड्यू टू द physiological effects of any drug abuse, any other medicine, any other medical condition. It is purely due to that particular disorder, and that disturbance is not associated with the effects of the substance, which include any medicine, any drug abuse, any alcohol, any other medical condition. 3 clusters of symptoms are also essential for diagnosis: re-experiencing, avoidance, and hyper-arousal. Re-experiencing, flashbacks, avoidance symptoms, and hyper-arousal. Persistent re-experiencing of the stressor through intrusive recollections, nightmares, and reenactment plays an important atypical response in the children. Persistent re-experiencing means persistent flashbacks, persistent unpleasant memories of that traumatic event, of the stressor through intrusive recollections, nightmares, and reenactment. Reenactment is it's an action of performing a new version of the old event. Means जो हो चुका है already, उसी को हम दोबारा repeat कर रहे हैं. It's a performing a new version of the old event. It's a kind of a theatrical performance. थिएटर में परफॉर्मेंस होती है ना, जो हिस्ट्री में ऑलरेडी हो चुका है, उसको परफॉर्म किया जाता है. सो इट्स एन एक्शन ऑफ द परफॉर्मिंग अ न्यू वर्जन ऑफ द ओल्ड इवेंट. जो हिस्ट्री में ऑलरेडी हो चुका है, पास्ट में जो हो चुका है, उसी को वापस से एक्ट करना. इन प्ले अ टिपिकल रिस्पॉन्स इन चिल्ड्रन. Persistent avoidance of the reminders and numbing of the emotional responsiveness, that is isolation, amnesia, and avoidance, constitute the second cluster of the behaviors. He starts avoiding the places, his own feelings. He gets isolated. Amnesia is partial loss of the or complete loss of the memory, and avoidance constitute the second cluster of the behavior. Symptoms of hyperarousal such as hypervigilance, poor concentration, extreme startle response, agitation, and sleep problems complete the symptom profile of the PTSD. Difficulty in concentration, gets easily startled. Agitation, when the person is extremely anxious or nervous. Agitation it's a state of being excessively nervous or anxious. And difficulty in sleeping. All these symptoms, they complete the symptom profile of post-traumatic stress disorder. Avoidance symptoms are usually observable in younger children, whereas older children may better describe re-experiencing and hyperarousal symptoms. जो यंग बच्चे होंगे उनको तो क्या होगा, उनके अंदर क्या दिखाई देगा, अवॉइडेंस सिम्टम्स की, वो उन जगहों को अवॉइड करेंगे जहां से उनको याद आ रही है ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट्स की. बट जो ओल्डर चिल्ड्रन होंगे, दे विल बेटर एक्सपीरियंस, दे विल बेटर हैव री-एक्सपीरियंसिंग सिम्टम. उनको फ्लैशबैक्स आएंगे ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट्स के, एंड दे हैव हाइपर अराउजल सिम्टम्स. हमेशा इरिटेट रहेंगे, गेट्स इजीली स्टार्टल्ड. तो ये डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. छोटे बच्चे कैसे डिस्क्राइब करेंगे पीटीएसडी को? बाय avoidance symptoms, and older children will describe PTSD by re-experiencing and hyperarousal symptoms. Now, management. Initial interventions after a trauma should focus on the reunification with the parents and attending to the child's physical need in a safe place. Long-term treatment include individual, group therapy, school-based family therapy, as well as pharmacotherapy in selected cases. Individual therapy, group therapy, school-based therapy, family therapy, that is providing support, counseling. Individual treatment involves transforming the child's concept of himself or herself as victim to that of survivor and can occur through play therapy, psychodynamic therapy, or cognitive behavioral therapy. Means individual treatment, that is हमें बच्चे को ये समझाना है कि don't feel yourself as a victim. Just feel as a survivor कि तुमने उस situation में survive कर लिया, and don't feel as yourself as a victim. And it can be described through doing a play or any therapy, counseling, CBT, psychodynamic therapy. तो हमें बच्चे को बेसिकली ये रियलाइज कराना है कि ही और हर इज नॉट अ विक्टिम, दे आर द सर्वाइवर्स. और हम कैसे रियलाइज कराएंगे उनको? कोई प्ले परफॉर्म करके, कोई थेरेपी के थ्रू या साइकोडायनेमिक थेरेपी के थ्रू. ग्रुप वर्क इज ऑल्सो हेल्पफुल फॉर आइडेंटिफाइंग which children might need more intensive assistance. Group therapy. Goals of family work include helping the child establish a sense of security, validating the child's emotions, and anticipating situations when the child will need more support from the family. Goals of family work include helping the child establish a sense of security. उसको ये फील कराओ, उसको सिक्योर फील कराओ बच्चे को बहुत ज्यादा. Validating the child's emotions. Validating is checking, demonstrate, prove accuracy. Respect of accuracy is accuracy of child's emotions and anticipating situations means हमें पहले से ये सोचना पड़ेगा, इमेजिन करना पड़ेगा कि कौन सी सिचुएशन हो सकती है when the child will need more support from the family members. So make the child feel more secure and anticipate the situations when the child will need your support, will need the support of the family. Thank you. So with this we complete with the topic post-traumatic stress disorder. And with this, we complete with our topic, emotional problems and anxiety disorders. Thank you.